You have one camera and you want to connect it to your computer. You can use it as a camera or for a recording, etc. So how do you do that, Mdaki? Generally, capture cards like these are used. They support 4K. You can use them easily without any problems. But what if you have 2, 3, or 4 cameras? You can buy a capture card for each. You can connect them to the computer via USB or buy a video mixer and connect them through that. But of course, doing all of this increases the cost considerably. In this video, we will examine ORIVISION UHC944 video capture card in detail, which will save you from all these troubles and allow you to use it easily without needing an extra USB port. This capture card has 4 HDMI inputs. It supports 4K 60. You can receive the image to your computer in 4 channels via a single USB cable and Type-C. Let's not keep you waiting any longer and start reviewing the ORIVISION capture card. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do support me, and if you have any questions about the product, write them in the comment section after watching the video. ORIVISION is a Chinese brand founded in 2004 that produces professional IP, optical wired video transmission, and live video streaming products. The UC904 we'll be reviewing is the brand's newest capture card. The package includes a user manual, a data cable with Type-C connectors on both ends, and the UC904 itself. The body is entirely aluminum and weighs only 220 grams. Its dimensions are 165 x 82 x 13 millimeters. It has no internal fans, making it completely silent. On the side, you can see a 3.5 millimeter audio jack, which directly gives you the feel of an external computer. Next to the jack is a power input, which can charge phones, tablets, and similar devices, or power an adapter like HDMI to HDMI. On the other side, there's a power input and a UVC output. This power input isn't for powering the device itself, but for charging your computer via Type-C, providing up to 100 watts of output. This is extremely important, especially for computers with only 1 or 2 Type-C ports that charge only via Type-C. By plugging your cable into a 100-watt socket and then into the power input, you can now charge your computer via UVC cable. There's some important information regarding the UVC output. This port, which supports Type-C USB 3.2 Gen 2x1, can output video via UVC at a maximum of 60 FPS in 4K and 30 FPS in Ultra HD. Additionally, your computer needs to support at least 10 gigabit/second speed. Thunderbolt 3 or 4 will suffice. You can receive the signal via HDMI on 4 channels, and this can be done in 48 kHz 24-bit stereo. 5.1 channel support is also available. On the front, there are 4 HDMI inputs supporting 4K 60 and even 444. On the opposite side, there are 4 HDMI outputs that allow you to continue the image without any loss at all. For example, if you are streaming for gaming, you can connect the console and the TV without losses. Then you can connect 3 cameras to the capture card and make the broadcast perfect. On the output side, you can see the 1/4-inch video jack in the middle. This allows you to attach the capture card wherever. The connection is extremely simple. Connect the UVC port to your computer with the cable included in the package. Then plug your camera into any port you want. If the camera is on, you can see that it's ready with a red light. When you start receiving the broadcast, the light will turn blue or purple. Let's talk about its use and what we can do. I currently have 4 cameras around me, including my main camera. I connected it directly to my computer via UVC. I will start using it immediately without needing to install any drivers or anything. I also connected an external microphone. So I will connect the wireless microphone I am currently using directly to the 3.5mm input on the device and broadcast from there as well. I will show you mostly through OBS. Afterwards we will move on to WMX a bit. Immediately after that, I will show you how to use it in Zoom and similar meeting applications. When we connect it to the computer, all cameras are automatically added. We can directly access the cameras as Win 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. When we switch to OBS, we'll be adding these sources one by one. We press the plus sign, we selected the video capture device, we pressed OK. Now we see all 4 cameras here. It just shows 4, Win 2, Win 3, Win 1. Let's make this the first camera. Hello. My system is currently registered as 4K. Let me show you. Let's go to the settings here. You can see that 4K is selected in the video section, but as you can see, it's currently showing 1080p. This appears as full HD. Let's go back to the settings. Let's change the device default. Let's press custom. Then let's select a 4K as the resolution. We are now getting the image in 4K. You can change a few more things here. Of course, you can change the FPS based on the incoming image. You can change the video format. You can also adjust the color space as you wish. From here, let's go down. Here we have color range and intermediate range options. You can adjust these as you said. Finally, you can change the audio output from here, but I will add the audio differently, so it will be in all of them. Let's press OK here. Our image is now ready to be broadcast directly. Right now my sound is coming from the computer's microphone. That's why there's an aux input at the bottom. At the bottom, it looks like there's sound there. But as I said, the sound isn't coming from there. We'll do these. Let's mute the sound here. You can even mute the one above if you want. We press the plus sign. We selected the audio input capture device. We pressed OK. As the default device, we just need to press the part that says digital video interface. Then when we press OK, our sound will be added. We can see this at the bottom. I'll tap it to see if the sound is coming. Yes, our sound is now coming directly from here. That is, it's coming from here. Our device receives it and transmits it to our computer. In OBS, it's much easier to switch between cameras by creating a scene and moving from there. Otherwise, you have to move the sources up and down. There's no need to do that. Let's add our second scene directly. We press the plus sign. We said scene 2 if you want. Let's call it camera 2. We pressed OK. We pressed the plus sign. We selected the video capture device again. We clicked OK. Immediately after, we select Win2 from here. We will make the same settings. We selected custom as the device by default, and our image appeared directly like this. We added it by pressing OK. You can see from here that there is no sound. We are also adding the sound device here. We clicked OK on the input capture device. From here, we can select Win1 again and click OK. Our sound has started to appear below as well. I added all 4 cameras this way. Of course, we need to switch between cameras. If we want to use it like a video mixer, we need to do it this way. What we will do is click on the scenes. This way, we will be able to switch between cameras. But there is a problem. I can't see which image is in which camera right now. So I don't know how to switch, but there is a solution. Let's start with a small setting. We went to the settings. We scrolled down to the bottom in the general section. Here, you can see the multiple images. How many cameras are there in total? We have 4 cameras. It is indicated as 8 scenes here. You can either select 4 scenes from here or select 8 and add something else. However you prefer. Let's say there are 4 scenes. At the top, there's studio mode. Here, let's select switch to scene with double click. We clicked apply, then we clicked OK. When we click on the view section, there's an option there to open multi-view. You can choose both. If you choose the top one, it will open directly from the current screen. If you click on new window, a small window will open like this. Then you will be able to see other operations here. From here, you can now see the cameras and make changes. That is, you can switch between cameras. You can change the broadcast, which is currently red, with a single click like this. But if you say you want to get used to the multi-view preview program windows and use them this way, then let's change the inputs. We went back to the settings. We went all the way down. As the scene view, let's select the top 8 scenes horizontally and click apply. Again, the view is multi-view. This time, let's click on the top one to open it. Now, we have seen the preview and the program view. Just as I was explaining it to you, our guest arrived. Let's continue explaining together. The problem here is this. Every time you press escape, you see the screen, but you broadcast it directly. This is actually usable, ultimately, if you don't want to bother with seeing everything, getting a preview, and then broadcasting it. You can switch this way. However, it's possible to change this. We pressed escape. From here, we switch to studio mode. You can also switch from here. You can either press one of the cameras here and then switch from here. Or you can switch directly as before. Tunifica. It's possible to select different transition options here. For example, left is already selected. We switched. We switch like this. What else is there? There's cut. Yes. But we press cut. We can switch quickly like this. While in studio mode, you can also do this. We've come to the view. After pressing enable multi-view, we can see the screen like this. Now we've arrived at the preview program screen, the preview and program screen. Now, so when you click once with the mouse, the preview screen drops. If you click twice anywhere, it broadcasts directly and returns the preview and the broadcast podcast. So you can think of it like using a video mixer. You can use it like this. Can you use it too? You might notice the image is a bit stuttering. Right now, this is due to my computer. I'm simultaneously taking a screenshot and trying to record to 4 computers at once, etc. Also, because I'm sending the image at 25 FPS, it seems to stutter a bit. If I sent it manually, most of these problems would disappear. I can even say that it would be much more stable if I didn't record the screen at all. So you won't experience this problem. Currently, the scene transition is set to left. You can select different things by pressing the plus sign here. For example, there's something called Luma White. We pressed OK. What is it like? It's a transition from left to right. Now let's see, we can now make transitions like this. Let's open our display again. We've put it in preview mode. We pressed twice. We made the transition like this. Of course, this is a bit amateurish compared to VMX, but it can be used this way. There's no UCH904 NDI converter or NDI source, etc., but you can do this through OBS. You know Dexon. With a small plugin you add to OBS, you can start broadcasting an NDI stream from your computer. Now we've come to the tools. Here we have the distro AV NDI settings option. Clicking on it simply opens the output. Then click OK, and we've actually started broadcasting the NDI signal. We can see this in the studio monitor within NDI tools. We've opened it. If we select Volkan from here, our NDI source is now created, objected. Of course, we can also make transitions from here. Let's shrink this so we can see it more clearly. Let's do this. Every time we switch cameras from here, we can give the image to a single source while also switching as we wish. Let's switch to VMAX. When we click add input in the bottom left, we select the camera from the list here, and then when we select Win1, we will directly receive the image from the opposite camera. The image comes in 4K 25. We click OK. Now let's add the second camera in the same way. We clicked it. We've received our image here as well. We clicked OK. We've received our image like this. And we've received the image here too. When I speak, you can see the soundbar moving next to the cameras. Only camera number 2, the one over there, doesn't show any sound movement. This is because it doesn't have a built-in microphone. If I had attached one, I could have received sound from there as well. Apart from that, sound is coming from 3 sources. Of course, we can receive this sound thanks to our device. One sound source is selected. It all leads directly to the same thing. When we press the audio mixer here, let's expand this area to see it more clearly. We can see the inputs and outputs. We pressed input. You can see that it's selected as wing 1. You can also configure other settings here. Let's pull this down again. Let's also close the sound side. Of course, since VMX has a very wide range of features, you can do live streaming, recording, and anything else you can think of from here. You can even create pictures. Let's create one. I'll do it like this. I pressed add input. There are virtual sets here. I'm going to create a picture-in-picture type of thing from here. For example, let's select this. Okay, we pressed OK. It came out like this. We need to adjust the camera and background positions. We clicked setup. Currently, the background is selected. It can be anything. You can now select whatever you want. Instead of the background, we will now place the image inside these boxes. I selected box 1, then it asks what to put inside box 1. I said, put camera number 1. You can already see me, Jan. Me. Let's select box 2 next. What should be in box 2? Let's say box 2 is number 3. Let's see. Okay, let's say number 3. Let's also show our hands here. Let's go to the borders section. Here, you can remove the borders of borders if you want. By the way, let's do this so you can see more clearly from here. We had borders here. We removed them. When we click on the background section, there is an ambient available here. If you want, you can select one of the cameras. Or let's add an image. We clicked OK, and our image appeared here. Now, if we select the image here in the input section, I will be in the background. Of course, if you want, you can remove it and create a completely black image. Our settings are complete. You can switch to the camera side from here. From now on, we'll use the mixer section as we know it. You can press the floor button here. Let's even do what we just recorded. We're directly broadcasting this. If you want, you can use different transition types. This way, you can view multiple cameras simultaneously in one place. After this stage, it's all about recording or broadcasting. For example, let's create a recording. Let's look at our settings. We pressed OK. We press record. It has started recording right now. Let me show you my hand here. Let's do some different transitions. Let's do this. Let's do that. But let's do a little more like this and use quick play to perform these transitions. From here on, it depends which program you can use and what you can do and do. You can record, broadcast, etc. From here, creativity is up to you. After getting 4 HDMI ports separately to your computer via a single cable, the only limit is you. It's your creativity. You can also directly add any camera you want to applications like Zoom and Teams. In Teams, to do this, we first go to Settings. On the left side, there is Video and Effects. When we press this, we currently see the camera on the notebook. We can select a camera from here. Let's select Wing 1. This is the camera in front of us right now. Let's collect next. Let's select Win 3. That's our camera. Where is Win 4? Win 4 is at the top. And we select Win 4. That's our camera over there. In this way, you can easily use any camera shot you want in your meeting. But instead of selecting a single camera in Zoom, would you like to create a different visual by switching between them via OBS? That's actually very easy. First, let's restart our NDI broadcast VidLin. We selected main output. We pressed OK. After arriving at the NDI launcher, we pressed the webcam section. By pressing the gear icon next to the video 1 section and selecting the Volkan OBS program, we are now broadcasting NDI via webcam. Let's switch back to Zoom. Let's go to Settings. Let's select the camera, and now when we select NDI webcam video 1, we are seeing the image. Then from here, every time we make a transition, we can easily make transitions and create a different effect using OBS and Zoom, or rather our Zoom viewers or CFAs. In this video, we reviewed the ORIVISION UCH channel 4 video capture card. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.